going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at why all the lower tier light tanks suck. Now, every single one sucks in its own way, or has a restriction that causes it to not perform well. Well, for the German light tank, the leopard, whatever you want to call it, has a terrible penetration, around 83 millimeters, with a quick-firing autoloader, kind of also machine gun autoloader type thing. But has great maneuverability and poor armor, but that's expected. The only unfortunate thing is that you can't really pen anything with it. Like, you can pen most stuff, mostly everything's side. Maybe something that you probably couldn't pen. I don't know because I haven't played it much. I'll show you a game I play in it later, but it has decent penetration, but yeah, other than that, there's not much else to say about that. The British Tier 5 light tank, the Crusader, has it's okay penetration. It's not great. The second thing is it's slow. It's actually one of the slowest light tanks at Tier 5. /4, we're looking at both Tier 5 and 4 light tanks. And it's the slowest. And it doesn't have much armor either, so it's basically just a sitting duck. Really, I mean, it's really easy to shoot it. It has no armor, it's slow. It's like a medium tank that has no armor, basically. And it has a nice fast reload and does 94 damage per shot. I'm sorry, my cat keeps bugging me. Leave me alone, cat. Anyways. It's a nice reload of 3 seconds, does 90 round average of 90 damage. So it's okay in that regard, but just other than the penetration isn't that great. This top speed is 34 kilometers an hour. That's as slow as a heavy tank. So you're basically a heavy tank with no armor at all, and with a really quick reload. For the A20, the Russian Tier 4 light tank has the same penetration. Like, the penetration doesn't change between its stock gun and its top gun. The only thing that changes is its damage, its reload, and its aiming time. Its aiming time is horrendous, by the way, which, by the way, should not exist. Should be at least buffed to aiming, so it's really accurate, because you need those really accurate shots to actually do something with it. I'll show you a game I played in it later in this video too. Next up we have the Tier 4 Chinese. Yeah, the Chinese. My cat's biting my sock here. The Tier 4 Chinese. Leave me alone. Tier 4 Chinese. Basically, Stuart. It's the American Stuart, except Chinese and at Tier 4 instead of Tier 3. It has terrible penetration. It's basically the Stuart at Tier 4. Changed the tech the tree was on, and yeah. So here I'm showing you guys what these tanks look like, just in case you don't know. Here's the Leopard, the A20. As you can see, it's ignore that. I forgot to stop playing. Crusader. And here is the Stuart, the M5A1 Stuart. So Chinese, yeah, it's not got it right. And finally, the AMX ELC Biz. So here we're going to show you a replay of me on the Leopard. Anyways, while this is playing, I'll continue what I was saying about the Stuart. The Stuart is basically a Tier 3 American Stuart. They just changed the tech tree it was in and boosted it up a tier. It's terrible because it's got okay gun depression. it's not great because it's so tall, so hills are not your friend in that case. Other than that, there's not much else to say about the Stuart. For the Tier 5 French light tank, the AMX ELC Biz, it only has a turret traverse of, I think, 15 degrees. I don't have the stats in front of me, so you can correct in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think it's 15 degrees in each direction, which is terrible. In fact, of all the light tier tanks, this AMX is the only one that has a decent penetration and decent damage. All the other tanks suck. But the only thing that sucks about the AMX is the fact that it's 15 degrees of gun traverse in each direction. So you basically can't shoot to your side, can't shoot to your other side, and you can't shoot behind you. You're basically a tank destroyer as a light tank. If that makes sense. So that's the thing that's wrong with the AMX. So, in other words, someone can get behind you, sit behind you, you can't do anything, and you can try and turn and everything you can, but you just can't. But another nice thing is you're so low to the ground that it's hard to shoot you, so you can actually face hug pretty easily, especially to the T1 heavy. Just get up behind him and he can't shoot you at all. As you can see here, we get wrecked. All the replays in this video are going to be me getting wrecked, by the way. And here's the A20. In fact, in this video, we're going to be facing some T1 heavies. And this is going to show you how terrible the penetration on this tank is. It's absolutely just awful. It's 78 millimeters. Just to let you guys know, it's 78 millimeters of pen for both guns. In fact, even the heat rounds don't change between the stock and top gun. No penetration changes except the HE that goes up just the teeniest bit from the stock to the top. Cat keeps bugging me here. Jeez. But yeah, the pen does not change at all, which is stupid because you start off with 78 millimeters and you end up with 78. Like, look at this. There's just red everywhere. Where are you gonna pen this guy? Even heat is still all red. You can't pen him at all, which is unfair for this A20 driver here. He can't. Well, it's me driving, but anyone in the A20 can't pen the T1 at all, anywhere on their tank at all. Regardless of what gun you have, you're not going to pen them at all. Unless you get to their side or rear. Other than that, you're not going to pen them at all, and you're going to get killed. And you just saw there how bad the accuracy was when I missed that shot to that STRV side, and I don't even know where that shot went. This whole damage, we did 98 damage, by the way. That's all we managed to do, and it was a heat shot into the side of this B1 here. Oh, well, that's just great. My cat just threw up right next to me. Wonderful. Anyways, this is not what I was expecting to happen while I was sitting down here. Anyways, so he turns here, so I switch over to the heat. Oh, it looks like she's going to do it again. Yep. Okay, well, as you can see there, 91 damage. So, as you can see, it's not great. It's a terrible penetrating. Here comes the T1 rushing us. As you can see, he turns just in time, so our heat shell doesn't penetrate. He rushes us, and now since he's got our front towards us, we managed to get to him on his side, and I fired a little bit too late there, and we get taken out. But yeah, that's basically it. Here I'm going to show you the stats. This is the Leopard. You guys can pause it if you want to look through it. The A20. The Crusader. The M5A1 Stuart. And the AMX ELC Biz. And I'll see you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So what they say we're falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind.